Good morning, everyone. I am Angelo Fial Alamos. Today, I will present to the class what was the concept paper that I have made throughout this week. So, the title is The Role of Sports and Physical Activities in Enhancing Social Inclusion. So, the dependent variable here is social inclusion. This is the outcome variable that is expected to change as a result of participation in sports and physical activities. Social inclusion is multi-phased concept that can be measured through various indicators. And the independent variable naman po is the participation in sports and physical activities. This refers naman po to the act of engaging in various sports, exercises, or physical activities or physical recreations. This is the variable that is manipulated or observed to see its effect. Now, let's proceed to the first part of the concept paper, which is the rationale. In rationale, I will discuss the following: the general nature of the research. The triggers for this research include the primary issue or problem to be studied, and lastly, the cause and effect of the major issue or problem to be studied. Now, let's proceed to the general nature of the research. What was my research all about? The research on the role of sports and physical activities highlights there's a potential to promote social inclusion by enabling diverse groups to interact, build relationships, and access social network. To make it simple, this research emphasizes that sports and physical activities promote social inclusion by encouraging interaction, building social skills, and fostering a sense of belonging, addressing also the barriers through inclusive strategies like adaptive program that can help ensure broader participation. Perhaps you are asking, "Sir, what triggers you to start this research?" Let me answer that. To answer your question on what triggers me to start this research, it's because this study investigates bukase how sports and physical activities promote social inclusion and reduce inequality among marginalized groups, focusing on the mechanism and impacts also of sports and physical activity program. This study also examines barriers like discrimination and cultural exclusion impacting those marginalized groups, including ethnic minority, individuals with disability or PWD, and low-income community. And this paper also focuses on the health benefits of sports and physical activities, highlights how they promote social inclusion, with the coordination on the role of those club teams and the NGO in reducing social exclusion, enhancing social skills, and fostering sense of belonging. And in addition po, this study explore how sports can integrate marginalized group and assess various sports program in identifying effective practices. So, sir, what are the cause and effect of the major issue or problem? Why did you conduct this study? So the major problem or the major issue of this research study is the systemic barrier. Like for example, those inaccessible facilities, high costs, and cultural discrimination, preventing those marginalized groups from participating or in participating. Also, the limited policy supports and societal trends like social fragmentation also hinders sports effectiveness. These challenges cause ongoing exclusion, weakening community cohesion and health, and limiting those transformative power of sports in fostering teamwork and understanding. And broader societal trends such as social fragmentation heightens the necessity for cohesion. So that's why this research exists right now. And now, let's proceed to the context of this research paper or research study. So the first part of the context of the study is, what are the possible solutions of the major issue or problem to be studied? So the main goal here is to promote social inclusion through sports and physical activities. The key strategies here is to improve accessibility with adaptive equipment and affordable programs, and also implementing inclusive programs with support or with the support of the government, raising also the cultural awareness through trainings and campaigns that can help combat stereotyping and discrimination. Sports and physical activity programs can help also encourage interaction among diverse groups such as mixed ability teams that plays a crucial role, and also evaluating the success models or successful models and forming partnership, possibly partnership with NGOs, and essential for ensuring long-term success and sustainability. Of course, sir, you have come up with the solution. Which solution will you choose and why? To answer that, with the help of the former research study coming from the scholars such as Skullenfork et al. 2016, Spige et al. 2014, Coulter 2007, and reports from the United Nations 2018 supports their effectiveness in building trust, social capital, and interrogation. Sports and physical activity programs are fascinating for promoting social inclusion. They bring together diverse groups, helping to reduce prejudice and creating a sense of belonging for everyone, especially for those marginalized population like ethnic minority and people with disability, and those low-income individuals. By engaging with this research or by this study, we can also engage with those local stakeholders, train inclusive coaches, and possibly partner with NGOs. This initiative offers immediate and impactful solutions to enhance social inclusion through sports, often more effective than infrastructure or policy changes in a short term. So, sir, what can you say about the social and organizational situation where this research will take place? So, what can I say about the social and organizational situation where the research will take place? This research po kasi shows that sports can enhance social inclusion, not just sports but also physical activities, but its effectiveness varies due to the social diversity and community context. Organizations like sports club and NGOs face challenges such as limited resources and bureaucracy hurdles. In addition, global initiatives such as UN Sports or United Nations Sports for Development and Peace demonstrate the potential of sports for social change, but success depends on cultural and economic factors. Understanding these dynamics is crucial in creating or for creating tailored sports program that is effectively in promoting inclusion. So, sir, you have another organizational situation. What is or what are the organizational structure and their position of the people? We all know that this research highlights how sports and physical activities can promote social inclusion, but in addition, it amidst social inequality and social or cultural divides. This research also addresses the marginalization of groups like, for example, those people with disabilities and refugees, aiming also to create shared space that counteract prejudice and resource limitation. In addition, with support for these initiatives coming from various organizations including sports clubs and those NGOs, they often po kasi struggles with issues like bureaucracy and funding. The success of this program depends on the local context and cultural attitude, while the global efforts such as the UN Sports for Development and Peace programs increasingly recognizing sports as a mean for social change. As someone who is exploring the role of sports and physical activities in enhancing social inclusion, I see myself as an engaged learner or contributor, seeking to understand how sports can bridge social divides and foster inclusion for marginalized groups, such as those people with disabilities, ethnic minority, or low-income community. My role might involve researching for those social and organizational dynamics of sports programs, such as those runs by community centers, NGOs, or schools to identify barriers like inaccessible or discrimination and propose solutions like community-based initiatives. And now, let's proceed to the purpose statement. This research aimed to assess how effective sports and physical activity programs are in promoting social inclusion among marginalized groups including individuals with disability, ethnic minority, and low-income communities. It will utilize a mixed method approach combining qualitative and quantitative through surveys, interviews, and observational studies during sports events. The analysis will employ a statistical method for quantitative data and semantic analysis for qualitative data. The expected outcome suggested that this sport program or sports and physical activity program can enhance social network, reduce prejudice, and foster a sense of belonging, thereby supporting broader social inclusion goals. Moving forward to the research question or objectives. So we have 3 research questions here or objectives. The first one is, how do the role of sports and physical activities in enhancing social inclusion participants from marginalized groups? The second is, what are the perceptions and experiences of sports and physical activities in enhancing social inclusion? The last one is, in what ways do participation level in sports and correlates with reduction in prejudice and enhancement in social cohesion among diverse population? And now, we are in the last part of the concept paper, which is the methods. So what are the procedures that you will undertake of the solution you have chosen to the major issue or problem identified? So the first thing po is sports bring different groups together to help social inclusion. The next one po is the design and resources. And lastly, the implementation of course and evaluation. So those are the procedures that I believe that I will be undertaking to the solution that I have chosen to the major issue or problem that has been identified. Moving forward to the procedure and the instrument that I will be using in collecting data. So the first step po here is, during program events, observers will use checklists to monitor participants' interaction and inclusion. After that, after the program, participants will complete surveys about their sense of belonging. Next step po, focus group will gather personal stories and also feedback. Next, attendance records will trace the diversity of participants. Next, this step will repeat regularly to assess, improve, and effectiveness of the community and sports program in fostering social inclusion. Who will be involved in the data gathering and what would be their role? So of course, the first one po is researcher, because they designed this study using methods like surveys and interviews while ensuring the ethical standards. And the next one po is the participants. From the diverse background, share experiences to provide insights to the impact of sports and physical activities on social inclusion. And lastly, those community organization or sports club that can help also assess those participants and provide data with ethics review boards ensuring compliance. So how will you analyze the data gathered? So the researcher used Braun and Clark 2006 thematic method or thematic analysis method, which is an iterative process consisting of 6 steps. The first one po is becoming familiar with the data. The second is generating codes. Third is generating themes. Fourth, reviewing themes. Fifth, defining and naming the themes. And lastly, locating exemplars. So what are the results you hope to find in your research, and why are these results important? So these results highlight sports and physical activities as a vital tool for promoting social inclusion and also overcoming systemic barrier. By validating sports and physical activity programs initiatives, this research can guide policies and programs development, encouraging investment in inclusive sports program and fostering equity and social cohesion. And lastly, this finding supports broader societal goals of reducing inequality and enhancing community well-being. And that's all for my concept paper. Thank you for listening.